What's up, family? Welcome in, welcome back in. A lot of great receivers in the National Football League, but my favorite segment of the day, breaking down the top receiver in the top league. Let's be real with it. I got to give you the top 5 receivers in the NFL, starting at number 5. Number 5, this was actually the most difficult for me. Well, one of the most difficult, Stephon Diggs. He is a bona fide star at the wide receiver position, an absolute beast. Stephon Diggs, as soon as he joined the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen started to get busy. At number 4, this one hurt my heart to put him so low, but I was in turmoil, America, Tyreek Hill. Now, the only reason I put Tyreek Hill so low is because of the dudes in front of him. It has nothing to do with Tyreek. He is an absolute monster. He is a guarantee to make All-Pro every year he's been in the National Football League. At number 3, Davante Adams. Davante Adams. I don't want to hear it off camera. Davante Adams is a beast. I get it. He's not at number 2. He's not at number 1. Why? Because Justin Jefferson at number 2 has proven himself the last year plus to be an absolute monster. And at number 1, for me, it was difficult, but I had to make the difficult decision of putting Jamar Chase at number 1. What Jamar Chase can do with the ball in his hands, to me, it exceeds just about everybody on this list except Tyreek, and Tyreek is beaten by Jamar Chase when it comes to the stature of the man. So for that reason, Jamar Chase at 1, Justin Jefferson at 2, you got Tyreek Hill at 4, you got Davante Adams at 3, and lastly, Stephon Diggs. I gotta bring in a man more knowledgeable than I about this, James Jones.
I'm glad you said a little bit more knowledgeable.
More knowledgeable than I.
Your list ain't bad. When we talk top 5, right, it's always going to be people arguing, which you can't never get it right. But you wrong on this one, all right? You wrong on this one. But am I starting at 5? I'm starting at 5. This is going to shock a lot of people because my 5 is Calvin Ridley. And if you are a receiver, receivers know the deal. Calvin Ridley is an absolute problem. There ain't nothing he cannot do. You talk about route runner, you put him up there with the best. Playmaking ability, speed, you put him up there with the best. Ball in hands, you put him up there with the best. Just ask around, Acho.
He didn't
Just
play.
ask around. I know he didn't play, but the year he did play before that, and this year he's going to play, you are going to see.
Then let me put Larry Fitzgerald on the list.
Number 5.
I know we're putting Castle in play.
Number 5, that's how you know how good he is, because I'm putting him up there the last year he played in Atlanta. But number 4, all right, I'm going Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is a baller, right? Even though I feel like what you complaining about with the ball, when the ball is in his hands, route running, we see how creative he is with his route running, creating separation. Him and Josh Allen going to be a problem for a long time. Stephon Diggs at number 4. And then his number 1, Jamar Chase. Listen, there ain't nobody stronger, probably more physical, right? Ball in hands is an absolute problem. Moss balls going up and getting the football, he's an absolute problem, right? Breaking tackles, yak yardage, which for me is big as a receiver because that's how you make your quarterback better. Yep. And he always makes JoJo Burrow better. Jamar Chase at 3. And then number 2, I mean, just turn the tape on. Justin Jefferson, we agree on that one. We agree on that one. Right? In the slot, out wide, in the backfield, wherever they put him on the football field, Justin Jefferson is a problem. Double teams, triple teams, it does not matter. Justin Jefferson gonna get open and make the play. And then numero uno, all right?
I did something wrong?
D.A. Davante Adams, right? All these dudes right here, probably Stephon Diggs, y'all gotta show it more, right? 1 or 2 years, you done did your thing, right? You done showed people that you coming. You showed Davante Adams that you might be on his heels a little bit. But you're talking about a dude at numero uno, 1,300 yards, 4+ seasons. You know who we in the category with? The Jerry Rices, the Julio Jones, the Randy Mosses. I'm gonna call on you. What's up? Talk to me.
You told me, Chuck's watch, an hour and 12 minutes ago that Aaron Rodgers was the greatest thrower of the football ever.
Yes, sir.
Davante Adams, the majority of his career, every year except for 1, played with the greatest thrower of the football ever. So as a result, I have Davante Adams at 3, not because he's not nice, but he played with the greatest thrower of the football ever. Tyreek, Jamar, I'm not saying Burrow and Tua aren't like that, but like you said, Jamar could get busy with anybody. Give him a now screen, it's going to the crib.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought that point up because when you play with a good quarterback, that's what happens to us, right? When I led the league in touchdowns, I had a bunch of catches to where I'm jumping over people. You know what they said? Great throw by Aaron Rodgers. What? Great throw. You do not see that? But with Davante Adams, he went out there when Aaron Rodgers was hurt with Brett Hundley. All he did was have 150. All he did was go crazy, right? multiple games, back-to-back 100-yard games. Then he goes out there with Derek Carr and he say, you know what, I'm going to give you what you want, right? 10-plus touchdowns, over 1,100 yards again, right? Davante Adams consistently over the years.
Where do you put CeeDee Lamb? Sorry to cut you off. Where do you put CeeDee Lamb? Where do you put A.J. Brown? Where do you put DeAndre Hopkins? Are they in your top 10, top 7?
So, obviously, I don't have Reek on my list. Reek would be number 6 on my list, right? Then I would probably go A.J. Brown. To be honest with you, I truly believe deep down in my heart, CeeDee Lamb is not a number 1 wide receiver. I would not have CeeDee Lamb in my top 10, right? And I know that's going to catch everybody by surprise and all that, but CeeDee Lamb is not in my top 10.
Why is that? I don't want people to clip this off.
I need to know, too, why that is.
Why is that?
Number 1, he does all his work in the slot, right? We very rarely see him going to work on the outside.
That before today,
you know, all these dudes right here are everywhere on the football field, in the slot, outside, all that, right? And then at times, anybody on this list right here, we could say they took the ball game over. It's not a game with CeeDee Lamb that we could say he just clearly took the ball game over.
I got to go to break.
Cooper Kupp, one more. Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp is in my top 10, too. Over CeeDee Lamb.
You're a tough judge,
you know?
He is a tough judge.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.